You come into the season, and not to get on your south side, and we can talk about that later on, but these teams get hyped, and then they start off bad, and then you start, oh my goodness gracious. Well, the Mariner situation, they came in with some hype, right? Some hype. And now you look at it, they get up to a slow start. They've won 16 of 19 dating back to June 21st. But what we're talking about here, Nelly, is a team that got into a big old fight with the Angels. Now, Julio Rodriguez, the young stud, the game's fast when you get up there, but we see the talent. You see everything he brings. And, he's a star. He's a star in the making. You can say however you want, Wander Franco type style. They're young, and you just know these are franchise-type players. But I'll tell you this, that fight with the Angels, usually those fights wake up a team. It's one or the other. It definitely woke up the Mariners. It brings you closer. Jesse Winker, who knows? He goes straight to the dugout. You got Neb over there, and you got Wink, and now we got a melee. But it woke the Mariners up. And since that situation, they've played, and they fought, and they play well. So here we are, long season. We kind of go up and we go down, and we go up and we go down. But you want to have these valleys as quick as you can. Right now, the Mariners are out of their valley. And they're giving their fan base hope, and they're giving the TV shows hope, and they're giving everything about it, if you're rooting for the Mariners, some hope.
So I was just there in Seattle last Friday to call Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV+. And so we got to see friends of the show, Julio Rodriguez, Jesse Winker. First of all, J-Rod in person is massive. So not only is he lightning fast, he is a massive human being. And he's got every tool between the lines and then the extra ones off the field as well that show you he could be the face of your franchise for the next decade plus. He is more than worth the price of admission, the J-Rod show. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, you got to give credit to the pitching staff. I mean, it was about 3 weeks ago now that this team was 10 games below 500, 9.5 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays, and cut to now, 3 games above, and in a postseason spot, in one of right in the thick of it for the first wild card spot, not just kind of nipping at it for the third wild card spot. And you referenced the chaos in Anaheim, and that certainly is going to be a narrative, a theme. But it was actually before that, Scott Service says, the series against the Angels in Seattle, where it did not go right for them, right? That was the Mike Trout just went off again there in the Pacific Northwest. And the team had a meeting, and Scott Service says you don't want to have more than 1 or 2 of those a year. And when you have those clubhouse meetings, it's got to come from the players. And so he challenged the team. Who are we? What are we? Didn't say anything. Waited for somebody to speak up. And it was one of the new acquisitions, Justin Upton, who started it. And then Carlos Santana has come over. And those 2 veterans, believe it or not, they have buoyed the leadership role in that clubhouse. And the vibes are sensational right now in Seattle. So at the end of the day, Kev, they do have a lengthy postseason drought. 2001 was the last time we saw the Mariners play in October. Understanding that it's the month of July, what does your gut tell you right now? Does it end this year? Does that drought end?
Well, I mean, watching this team, obviously, since, mid-June, you want it to end. Now, there's still a battle, right? You still got a bunch of great teams that will be fighting for these postseasons. I'm still waiting for the White Sox to get hot. I really am. I am waiting for the Chicago White Sox to get hot. I have kind of liked this team. They have not played well. We covered them in spring training. I love the chemistry, but something's messed up. Something's messed up. But they're 41-45. They're a hot streak away in that division from pushing some teams backwards. So that's the kind of thing. Cleveland always gets hot. Minnesota's still good, obviously. They're leading that division. But, if this team can play this way through, I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated. I'm talking about just play solid baseball.
Right.
Yeah, that drought ends. The drought ends. But if they get back to that average, and up and down, no, they're going to be, barbecuing the postseason with the rest of us. But I do think that this feel, some of the veteran leadership they have, like you just said, that's a big deal because you can sit here and write all the articles and have all the talks, but when players look at you eye to eye and you have a closed-door meeting and say, boys, are we locking in or not? Are we locking in or not? We have one of the great stars coming up, period, like you said, Julio. He's 5 home runs away already going 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't got to the All-Star break, but I'm just saying, that's the kind of talent we have. So we have a young blood over here. Heart rate is down. He's already kind of established himself and slowed down. Now let's go. With all the veteran guys, let's go.